Well, hello there, running ears, and welcome back to another episode. I'm going to get right to it. So this weekend, I will be going to D23. If there is anything breaking from Run Disney, I will let you guys know. But my guess is it's all going to be about the parks, the movies, Disney Plus. So I'll be doing videos about those things, but I'm not going to do anything about Run Disney. If I do, I will put it in the Run Disney section or the Run section, not the Parks section. So just in case. Now, before I go on, make sure, I'm going to say this right away, just make sure you subscribe. Invite your friends. This channel is growing thanks to you guys. This is your channel. I want to continue to grow, so invite your friends. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see. So that we can cover some topics that you guys want to see. I've experienced over 600 miles now at Disney parks, live Disney runs. So I want to help you guys out. I want you guys to share. Remember, this is your channel. So besides that, let's get right to it. Okay, for today, I'm only going to do one topic, and it's going to cover merchandise. So I've shown you in some past videos how long these lines can get to go into the merchandise area, but I have some ideas that might help alleviate the problems, especially when it comes to people not getting what they want and having to buy stuff on eBay. So I have some ideas, and so some of them have already been implemented, some of them they've tried in the past, and others is just ideas off the top of my head. The first one is going to be 2 items per person. So they already do this, and they've implemented this basically during COVID and when they came back and during the 50th. People were going in there, they were buying a whole bunch of stuff, and it was ending up on eBay later on that day. The rule is it's 2 SKUs per person. So what that means is that I can buy 2 of these shirts in one size, because each size has its own SKU. So I can buy 2 large, I can buy 2 medium, I can buy 2 small, but I cannot buy 3 large, I cannot buy 3 mediums, and I cannot buy 3 small. So what resellers do is they hire somebody to bring family members, friends, whatever it is, and one will buy 2, the other one will buy 2, and so they end up with 4, 6, 8, whatever it is of the same SKU, and that's the way they can get away with it. So I have some ideas how to control that. So I believe you have to have a bib just to go in to purchase some merchandise, and you can have people come with you and maybe limit to 1 person, so that way it becomes harder for them to... Will that be the most popular thing? No, it will not be, because there is going to be families of 5 and only 1 is running and only 2 of them are going to be able to go in. But if you guys want to control that, that's a way of controlling it. So you're going to have a bib, and only 1 other person can come with you. Now, this is something that has not been implemented. I'm going to tell you right away, it's not been implemented. It's just an idea that I have. I suggest that at the very end of the expo, especially maybe a Friday night, the last couple of hours, or Saturday night, the last few hours, then anybody can go in there, and whatever is left from the merchandise, they can purchase it. That way Disney does not have to worry about keeping extra stuff that they are going to have to either sell on the side, they maybe put it online. I know they usually don't put it online, but they can sell it to their cast members, so forth and so on. Now, resellers have gotten a really bad rap, and Disney, from my understanding, is Disney's going to start cracking down on them. I don't know how they're going to, because I'm legitimate, so I don't and I have my bib and I have everything, so I don't understand how they're going to crack down on them. But maybe through the, if they can identify them through eBay, maybe that's the way they're going to do that. I have no idea, but apparently they're going to crack down on them. But I do have to say, I do see a place where resellers can be helpful, and that is with especially the guys who cannot make it until the end of the expo, or the people who are doing the virtual runs. That way, you can at least have access to getting some merchandise, especially for the people that are doing the virtual runs, because you really have no access to that. That brings me to the next point. Virtual runs. I believe that every virtual person should have access to a virtual queue, just like they do with those the Stitch ones that they had last year, or was it this year, where once a month they would do that, and it was a release date, and you had to get into the virtual queue. And I believe they can do something like that for a day or so, and then once it's done, then anybody can buy virtual merchandise. I think that would alleviate the problem of people that are doing the virtual runs having to try to go to the expo to try to get some merchandise. They can order it online. They could maybe even have a way to pick it up if they want to, or have it shipped and they pay for the shipping. But at least they have access, and it will be their very own special. So like in case this one would be, this shirt would say I run solo virtually or something like that. So they would have their own merchandise that would identify them and what they have done, what they have accomplished. And I think that might be a good idea. One other thing that I wanted to say was another way that you can control the way people come into the merchandise queue is have a time window where you reserve to come in to get your stuff. Now, I will be doing D23 this weekend, and on Friday, I had to reserve a time window which is in the morning for me, so I have to go within a certain amount of time in order to get my products. I think that might be something that Disney could consider. The only drawback I see is that if they cannot make their time window, what does that mean if they get there an hour later because their plane was delayed, they ran into traffic, something like that happens. But I think that would be a simple solution where you have your one window, and if you have proof that your plane was delayed, so forth and so on, they're going to let you in. That, again, does not alleviate the fact that if you get there later on in the day, you might not get what you wanted. You might not get the large shirt. They might be extra large, so forth and so on. So one last thing that Run Disney can do is to expand their pre-sale merchandise. So they already pre-sell some stuff like, they sell some shirts. They sell, I think it was pins mainly, small stuff like that. They've even had magic bands before. So what I suggest, and I think this would alleviate a lot of problems, is expand what you pre-sell. Now, there is stuff that they will not show until the expo, so that way they get people to come to the expo. But I still think pre-selling the stuff, having people show up to pick it up, is a good way of encouraging people to come to the expo. So that's another thing. Just, they already do it, expand it. Those of you who say, well, just get there early. It's easy to say, I get there the day before, and I'm on my free time. So I get there very early to the expo. So I'm there. So I should have access to almost everything that they got. But it's easy for me to do, and it's easy for me to say once I'm doing it. But there is people out there that work hard. They work hard just to get to the runs. And I don't think that they should be penalized because they can't get there on that day. So maybe implementing a couple of things that could help them in the future. I'm all for it. What do you guys think? Comment down below, and if you have any suggestions. So that's it. So next time you hear from me on this channel, it's going to be from D23. So it's going to be about parks, it's going to be about movies, it's going to be about Disney Plus, shows, so forth and so on. If there's anything run related, I'm going to say this again, I will make a separate video. Now, it can indirectly affect the runs because, again, if they're going to go into construction, that place in Dino Land USA, which I think is going to be one of the things they're going to announce now that they're bringing some of it down. If construction moves away, and it kind of blocks away, so that might block part of our way that we run. So indirectly, it can affect the Run Disney. I don't think directly we'll hear anything from them, but you never know. Well, that's it for now, running ears. I want you guys to have a great, great weekend and create a magical run.